Page 14 of today's House calendar, the chair recognizes the gentleman from York County, Representative Perry, who calls up House Bill 40, printers number 3799, which the clerk will read.
This bill provides for the use of force and self-protection.
There are amendments filed on third consideration that would require a suspension of the rules. The gentleman from Delaware County, Representative Lentz.
Mr. Speaker.
For what purpose, the gentleman, Representative Smith, rise?
Be recognized on final passage.
We're not there yet.
Let me be clear. I guess I might, when I say a parliamentary inquiry, it gets a little confusing when you say third and final on the...
Well, the fact that there are a number of amendments filed on third, before I say will the House agree to the bill, I ask whether or not the members are withdrawing their amendments to the bill, because if I put it on final passage, I have to revert back to say the bill was not agreed to on final passage. It's on third. So the bill is on third. The gentleman, Representative Lentz, would have the ability to suspend the rules of the House to offer his amendment. So he would need a motion to suspend to offer his amendment. And the gentleman, Mr. Lentz, was recognized for that purpose.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yesterday, this chamber voted to shut down debate and avoid a discussion on an amendment to House Bill 40. Today, I rise and move to suspend the rules so that we can have that debate as to whether or not to amend House Bill 40 with a 6-word amendment to close the Florida loophole and prevent violent criminals from using permits from other states here in the state of Pennsylvania.
On the motion to suspend the rules.
Mr. Speaker.
The chair recognizes the minority leader, Representative Smith.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to be recognized to make a privileged motion.
Will the gentleman state his privileged motion?
Yes, Mr. Speaker. As we discussed yesterday, the substance of House Bill 40, I believe, is unrelated to the amendments that we all agreed to overwhelming support. We agreed we were not going to consider in conjunction with this bill. I believe the same holds true today, and I would move for the previous question, pursuant to Rule 61, a request that we proceed immediately to third consideration and final passage.
The motion of previous question is a non-debatable motion. 20 seconds would be required to end debate immediately, and it would require a vote of the simple majority. The imposing of rule number 61, previous question, will require 20 seconds. Gentleman, Mr. Clymer. Gentleman, Mr. Turzai. Gentleman, Mr. Saylor. Gentleman, Mr. Knowles. Gentleman, Mr. Phillips. Gentleman, Mr. Hess. Gentleman, Mr. Miller. Gentleman, Mr. Krieger. Gentlelady, Ms. Gingrich. Gentleman, Mr. Kaufman. Gentleman, Mr. Tallman. Gentleman, Mr. Keller. Gentleman, Mr. Marsico. Gentleman, Mr. Day. Gentlelady, Ms. Swanger. Gentlelady, Ms. Rapp. Gentleman, Mr. Christiana. Gentleman, Mr. Cutler. Gentlelady, Ms. Helm. Gentlelady, Ms. Brooks. Gentleman, Mr. Sony. 20 seconds have been properly made. So the motion for a previous question has been properly made and properly seconded. The information of the members, an aye vote is a vote to end debate and to take immediate vote on the question. Those in favor of the motion will vote aye. Those opposed, nay. The members will proceed to vote. Have all the members voted? Have all the members voted? The clerk will record the vote. On the question, the yeas are 143, the nays 56. The majority of the members having voted in the affirmative, the motion is adopted. The question before the House, will the House agree to the bill? Agreed to. This bill is considered on 3 different days and agreed to. The question is, shall the bill pass finally?
Mr. Speaker? Want to make a comment on that?
The clerk will read the title and brief description of the bill.
This bill provides for the use of force and self-protection.